Very good morning, friends. Wonderful morning, lot of spring class in the spring season. Really wonderful. Today we'll talk about ABC of Indian economy, and today we are going to take alphabet W. Our garden is full of flowers, man. So in the video we'll talk about Women's Day, which was yesterday. We'll talk about wind energy. We'll talk about water harvesting. We'll talk about we the people of India. We'll talk about whistleblower bill and so on. So many flowers, man. You can't ignore them. There are many. Whole garden is full of flowers, man. So on Women's Day, we'll concentrate more on flowers only. Talking about Women's Day, which was yesterday, I found in the newspaper. Now, few years back, I remember there was Women's Day was not well heard of, but the way the media focused on Women's Day yesterday, it was celebrated in many different ways in many different part of India as well as the world. It looks like now the focus is on women. Even Election Commission of India came out with an article in various, it was there in the various print medias, that as per Election Commission, in some states the number of women voters are more than the number of men voters. Usually it is seen it's other way around so far, but now in some states women voters are more than the number of male members. Now talking about women status in India, in Hindu society as well as in other, women have been given importance because many of our goddesses are of that gender. We should not blindly ape or copy the women Western society, because the norms are different, our culture is different. In many parameters we are different from the Western culture, so we cannot copy blindly the Western culture. But no doubt women need to be given importance. Like in what sense I should say, like let's come to armed forces. In India, in armed forces, women should not be there, man. And that many will agree with me. That is one area we should not copy the Western culture blindly. And then you should look into the considerations of women also, which does not match us. That's for the society and the experts and the elders to decide. But look, now in Indian scenario, lot many women are working, especially in metro cities, tier 2 cities. Family wants money, but we should not forget many of us who are in the age group of 30 to 50, our mothers were not working. Many times it has been seen children of working women suffer because they do not get family time. So the role of woman is very important when it comes to family. Family first for the woman. But she is one who can do what men cannot do. Money is not everything. In metros, nuclear families, mother is working, children are neglected, they don't get nutritional food or they don't get mother's time. Many of them are having tuitions because mother can afford the money. But then let us introspect ourselves. Many of us who are in the age group of 30 to 50 have taken tuitions to come up to this stage. Tuitions cannot teach what mother can teach. Coming to other topic. Let's talk about water harvesting. I talked in my other videos, water harvesting is very important for Delhi and other cities of India like Delhi. And this job can more efficiently be done by government only. Do not rely on people, private houses. In Delhi there are so many government buildings which if they do water harvesting will be more than enough. Coming to wind energy, all over India after Aam Aadmi Party came, there was a lot of hue and cry with respect to electricity. Now electricity is becoming costly because we now import coal also, though we have abundant of coal. But then coal scam, everybody knows. Now I have read in various articles now solar energy is becoming cheap day by day because now less capital investment is required. Now there are a lot of companies. I've heard one international company where you just have to provide them space, like in Delhi Metro. You just have to provide them space. One solar energy company has tied up with the Delhi Metro. Delhi Metro is just providing them space, and I agreed in an agreement that they will buy electricity power from that solar energy company at certain rate, but they won't invest any capital of theirs. So such kind of agreements, such kind of companies are doing a wonderful job. Solar energy is also very good. Wind energy is very useful, no doubt about it. I was reading on wind energy in Wikipedia a few months back. I was inquisitive to know how much India has progressed with respect to wind energy, and I found we have consecutively increased our production from wind energy. Tamil Nadu is leading, Gujarat is leading in that, because in coastal areas there are a lot of wind blowing. So Tamil Nadu, Gujarat and even few other states, they are doing a wonderful job with respect to wind energy. And if you take whole of India, the production of electricity through wind, it is increasing day by day. Every year there is jump of 1000 megawatts or more with respect to wind energy. Why I'm saying so? Because India should not rely on coal and imported food like petroleum. Well, now talking about water. In Delhi, we saw this time when Kejriwal came, around 700 liters of water per month was promised as free. Even now, though Kejriwal is no more as CM, but still that is continuing. So government has the responsibility to provide basic necessities like water. Now 700 liters per month per connection is definitely required as a basic need. If you consume more than that, then you'll have to pay. Now look at water at various railway stations. Drinking water at various railway stations. I was reading an article in Times of India and others just a few weeks back only. Certain water samples were taken by the railway department themselves, and E. coli and other bacteria was found in waters at railway stations of I think Ambala, Delhi, I think Kanpur or Lucknow, and few other stations. This depicts contamination of drinking water by fecal material. E. coli and other such bacteria are found in stool latrine. So my point is, it's the responsibility of the government to provide drinking water, and if you cannot provide drinking water, safe drinking water, then at least stop it. Why fooling public that drinking water is provided, and if they drink water that is contaminated by stool, E. coli? That will be it will be better if you don't provide water at all, instead of providing decontaminated water, contaminated water, sorry, which is full of bacteria of E. coli, which signify stool contamination with water. Everyone knows now in water, in market, everybody rely on mineral water. Why so? Because they don't trust drinking water facilities. Now coming to wildlife, recently we saw in Meerut a leopard roaming around in Meerut, and the government agencies, the wildlife agencies, took number of days to catch him. After all, wildlife department is full of babus, sarkari babus. Wherever sarkari babus are there, things are going to take their own time. My message is like, why this situation arise? It's not the first time. Many times we have seen in TV elephant roaming around in the city. It is not the first instance. So there is something wrong with respect to our forest. We have forest officers, but there is a lot of scams and scandals going on within the wildlife. Sometimes the skin is openly sold, sometimes the bones openly sold. So something is wrong. What the government is doing, they should look after it. Our wildlife is not safe within the boundary of forest. Something is wrong. So my nutshell is, we should have the right to safe drinking water. Women should command respect in the society. At the same time, there is moral responsibility on the women folk. how to command respect. They should be aware of their rights as well as at the same time they should be aware of their duties. We should not mix the two. Men and women have been made for different purpose by the God. So we should not intermix their roles. There are some roles which are to be performed by women only, and there are some roles which are to be performed by men only. One example I gave, that is army. In Indian scenario where women should not be there. There might be some other examples which can be suggested by people around me and the elders. That's all. Now friends, talking about whistleblower bill which was passed in the parliament at the last hour of the closing of the Lok Sabha. Everybody who is reading newspaper will come to know that what was the political reason of passing whistleblower bill at the last moment. It's all politically motivated. Those things which are important are always taken first. And look at, the most important thing was taken at the last moment of the session of the Lok Sabha. So many questions arise in your mind, in my mind too, how serious people are sitting in the Lok Sabha about whistleblower bill. Political questions, totally a right decision taken at the wrong moment. But there hai durust hai. But it's all politically motivated, no doubt. Now, talking about we, the people of India. We means public of India, 130 crore people. Especially those who are educated, about 10th class, graduates, professionals. It's our moral responsibility to look after the affairs of India. We should be aware of what is happening around. Entertainment is important. Youth life, going to cinema halls and so many other things, having fun at the age of 20 or 30 is important. But then it's also important that we should know how to manage our country, because the future of all of us is dependent on this country. We should not ignore it. Everybody of us, all of us who are reading newspapers, it's important for us to tell others who are not aware of it. We should guide each other. We should talk about our country other than talking about Salman Khan, Bollywood and so many other fun things of college and so on. Because the country is important, especially at the time of elections. Now it's our duty, those who are educated, to guide those whom to vote and why they should vote that candidate, or if not, why they should not vote that candidate. People must talk about it. We should decide among ourselves what the future of our country should be, who is the one who will lead us properly. Now I'm talking in English. There are so many people in India who do not understand English, but those who understand English, let us talk in our regional languages or Hindi and tell them whom they should vote, or at least whom they should not vote. This is very important. So let's do our job since elections are approaching. Let's let us, all of us, take some time out of our daily life. I know it's very difficult, all of us are busy, especially those who are earning more than 50,000 per month. I can imagine how busy they must be, especially those who are married, looking after their wife as well as children. But then we have to take some time out of our personal life for the country. It's important now.